So this is Becky and Kaitlyn, and they are young princesses in the Snow White production. Becky, could you tell me what your favorite fairy tale is?
Snow White.
And why Snow White?
Because it teaches you to learn good stuff.
Yeah, what kind of good things do you learn from Snow White?
Like lessons that you should never go out alone.
Mm-hmm. Right, you should be safe. And Kaitlyn, what is your favorite fairy tale?
My favorite fairy tale is Alice in Wonderland because I like the Queen of Hearts, and then I like Cheshire Cat.
Mm-hmm. And what's your favorite part of the story of Alice in Wonderland?
My favorite part of the story is when the Queen of Hearts comes in and says, "Oh, with your head!"
And Becky, what is your favorite part about Snow White?
She meets the dwarves.
Why do you like that part?
Cause the dwarves are funny.
Right. And you're going to be a dwarf in addition to a princess, right? What's your dwarf role? Which dwarf?
Like Dopey.
Dopey? Right. And of all the fairy tale characters, whether it be a princess or a witch or another character, which do you identify with? Or which would you like to be like?
I would like to be like a princess or Alice in Wonderland.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're really nice.
And what about you, Becky? Is there a character you would like to be like?
Yeah, I would like to be like Snow White because she's really cool.
And do you have a favorite part of the Snow White production that we're doing here at Carnegie Performing Arts Center? What is it, Becky?
The dwarves.
Uh-huh. You like the dwarves. What about you, Kaitlyn? What is your favorite part of this production?
My favorite part is going to be when I see older me tossing the ball that we tossed when we were little, and in addition to that, the older me has the same exact name as me, and we have the same exact hair color.
Right, so you play a younger version of a character, and there's an older girl who plays the grown-up one. And is this a princess?
Yes.
Yeah. Which princess is it?
It's Princess Katrine.
Oh, okay. What role were you two most excited to be cast in for this production of Snow White?
Dopey.
And what about you, Kaitlyn?
I was most excited to do princesses.
Oh yeah? Why do you think that was most exciting?
Because I didn't know what my costume would be. I thought it would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then I thought the dance would be really fun.
So has that come to be true?
Yes.
Good. What do you two like best about performing?
People can see you perform, and they get to watch you.
So you enjoy being in front of the audience?
I like to give people a lot of. I would like to give people something that they can talk about and tell their friends to do or to watch.
Mm-hmm. So that is fun about performing. What is the biggest challenge for you in performing? The hardest part about a show like Snow White?
If you mess up during the show, you just keep going.
Right, you have to try not to mess up and just keep on going. What's the hardest for you, Kaitlyn?
It's really hard to remember your things because in each production you only get so little time, and then you're back on stage.
Right, so a short period of time to learn a lot of dances. On the day of a performance, do either of you have a special routine that you follow to get ready for the show?
Yeah.
You do? What do you do, Becky?
I just practice my dance.
And my mom gets all my hair done, and then we get my makeup on usually right before we go, and that gives me very much time to relax and practice my dances right before I go on.
Right. When you're not busy dancing and rehearsing for a production, what do you like to do to relax?
I just read a book after I'm done.
What about you, Kaitlyn? What do you do to relax?
I like to read, I like to do art, and I like to actually make up my own dances and then tape them on my mother's phone.
That sounds very fun.